friends! It's me! Hello, LGBT community. I am back. I'm back. I've been off life in general. Work, game assist stuff for several weeks. Because I had surgery. I had breast reduction surgery on the 7th of January, and I've been recovering. But it's really nice to be back. I'm really excited to play some new games. I'm really excited to hang out with everyone. And I'm gonna try and stream every week from now on. And I was thinking that this year, the year of our Lord 2022, I'm gonna kind of try to have like a bit of a streaming schedule. I think that'll help keep on top of it. So I was thinking of streaming every Thursday evening at like 6:30 p.m. GMT, because I'm based in the UK, this hellscape. And yeah, I'm going to try and do that every Thursday evening from now on. And unless, like, you know, I have other plans that evening, like something that I can't move or something like that. But yeah, so the last time I streamed was like just after Christmas, I think. So it was in 2021. So welcome to my first stream of 2022. And I did play the first episode of Kentucky Route Zero. And I am going to keep playing that game because I really liked the first episode, but obviously it's been a while. I had my surgery, and like I wanted to play that whole game before my surgery, but that was kind of silly because I was having a really hard time. I was really anxious. I was having a really hard brain time before my surgery, and then obviously here we are several weeks later. I'm still, you know, physically recovering, and I think mentally as well, like adjusting back to life. Hi Evelyn, thank you for the resub. It's so good to see you in the stream again. I'm so excited to hang out with friends and play games. Ugh. But yeah, okay, enough about, that's it, that's my life update. That's it. Let me know how sound levels are, by the way. Obviously I haven't streamed in a while and I haven't played this game before, so I don't know if the music's a bit loud. Let me know if you need me to turn it down. But yeah, no, I'm feeling good. I am feeling good today. I did my makeup, I did my nails for the first time in ages, and I'm feeling good about it. And we're back streaming. Okay, let's get into this game. Sorry, I'm just moving things around a little bit. Okay, sound seems good. Keep me posted on that. If that changes, then let me know. I have no clue if this is voice acted or not. We're gonna find out. Alright, Neocab. So I think I had a quick look at the settings before. Let me know if the resolution is okay, because I still currently have like just a one monitor set up. So I don't play full screen. But as long as it looks okay, you know, that's fine. There's no game sound. Oh, okay. It is playing music. There is music playing. Can you not hear any sound at all from the game? Let's have a look at what's going on over on OBS. No music. Okay. Let's try messing around with that a little bit. Let's try that. Did that fix it? Did that do the trick? Just having a feel around on OBS. No music, just my voice. Okay, well, I'm playing around with things a little bit, so let me know. Oh, we've got music, but it's overpowering me. Okay, let's turn that down. How's that audio level? Is that better? That's good. Okay, amazing. So, resolution, language. I mean, American English is fine. That looks like everything. Yeah, it's so popular it's almost legal. The customers are torn between needing someone and wanting to be alone at the same time, which has probably always been the name of that particular game. Quote from Gibson. I have no clue what that is talking about. But let's dive in. Let's get into this game. Night 1, the desert outskirts, Los Ojos, California. Okay, not voice acted, so I'm going to be doing some reading today. There comes a oh, missed it. It's like the flashing lines in the highway hypnotize you in some weird way. Okay, you know what? I see what the reading speed is about now. So I'm going to make that a little bit slower. But I'm going to keep in mind that that I don't have control over how fast that moves. So I'm going to try and pay attention in the cutscenes and make sure I read everything. Okay. Or come up with a name for the 100th Joshua tree you pass in this endless desert. Okay, so I'm a gay cab driver. I was officially at that point, and so was... What does that mean? Jojo. Only 40 miles to go. To Los Ojos, to my new life, to my oldest friend. It was like a gift when Savvy called me last week. My life was going nowhere fast, and she knew it. Oh, hey, GB. Welcome to Neocab. It used to be her life, too. Losing jobs to Capra's AI. Oh, okay, I see what the plot is going to be. Juggling a dozen gigs and still coming up short. Getting way too comfortable just being sad. So when she offered to be roomies again, this time at her place in the big city... This movement is really nice. Look at that. It didn't matter anymore what had come between us. Okay, so they have history. Or what we'd said when we were angry. All that mattered was the road ahead. Oh my god, they were roommates. Yeah, I was gonna be like, what's going on there? That and the battery missed it. Okay, too busy being gay. Nothing like rolling into your new life completely broke. No problem. This is cool, cool, cool. I don't know who I'm talking to. You're a driver. Just drive. If I could pick up even one ride out here, I'd be in a better place. Okay, I might make it even slower because I'm streaming and therefore talking and I don't want to miss too much. So I've made it the slowest possible reading speed. Hopefully that'll work. Okay, so this should be interesting because I feel like I'm already picking up on discourse that there's going to be around like gig economy stuff like Uber drivers, but also the trope in like sci-fi where like AIs are taking people's jobs. So oh, you can turn off text auto. Oh my god, I'm a fool. Thank you so much for pointing that out, Evelyn. I didn't even pick up on that. Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I could do with it a little faster. Was it moving a that? Yeah, that should be good. Okay, oh my god. Thank god you can toggle that off, because I was a bit like, I can't do this. I'm not very good at paying attention to multiple things at once. Okay. Maybe even get a fancy... Ooh, I'm driving! Shit! How do I drive? What do I do? I started up Neocab. What? Sorry, it didn't really tell me that I was driving. Okay, so I just click. I started up Neocab. Okay, what the fuck is happening? Okay, that's probably Face ID, driver rating 4.9, daily goals 35, whatever the fuck that currency is, 3 rides. Hello, Lina. Okay, so our name is Lina, presumably, and we're basically an Uber driver in the future. So, here we go, let's start our shift. Ooh. Okay, driver rating 4.9, ride history, Robert Coombs, Mugen Minvan, I'm so sorry if I butchered that, Griffin Goldman, Andy Sum, Julie Hernandez, different prices, different ratings. So I gotta do 3 rides for 35, whatever that is. I'm just gonna say dollars, bucks. Capra Cash, journal, map. Okay, what's going on? Map. Pickup request. Home. Oh, this is cool. I mean, yeah, I'm taking in stuff slowly, but it's cool. Journal. Look out, Los Ojos, here I come. To pack, snacks, underlined, pajamas, books, and dad's vase. Basically everything, and toothbrush. Yeah, I mean, if you're, moving somewhere, then basically everything. Excite, so excite, very, yes. Top neo cab driver in Cactus Flats, crossed out, Los Ojos. Moving costs. $10 for boxes, $2 for tape, $30 charge. Don't know what that's about. Those are expenditures. Selling bed gave us $5. Selling desk gave us 1.5. Sell stuff plus 4, and then expenses on a new outfit 2.5. When I figure out what this currency actually is, then I'll stop calling it dollars, but whatever. 324 miles to Sweet Freedom and Savvy. I spent $33. Okay, cool. This is... I wonder if this is, actually, if she actually has, a virtual journal thing. That's cool. Okay. Credits. The currency is credits. That would make sense. I feel like so much sci-fi calls the currency credits as well. Capra Cash. I got 73 credits. This is my fucking bank statement. Yeah, I get this bank statement. Costs for moving and shipping, pay from Neocab, costs for juice, and an auto lease for the car. Because Uber drivers have to pay for their own cars, don't they? Okay, so I guess I gotta click on this person. Liam Baird. Does it say how much this trip costs? 4-star rating as a rider. Faster than a shutter snap flaneur. Is their bio. Oh, okay. Oh, look, I can choose different people. Okay, cool. So there's Liam. Aganon. Insufficient charge. Head to a charging station before picking up this packs. Okay, so I have to pick up Liam and then go in a particular order, I think. Insufficient charge, yeah. Klaus Berg and Agnon. Klaus has a 4.5-star rating and Agnon has a 3-star rating. But also, Klaus is white, and I'm not being funny or anything, but, Anyway, we'll see. Okay, so for a second I thought maybe Liam had put his pin in the wrong place. Oh, I don't think I was. I don't know if I was driving before. I think maybe the car pulled over. I don't know, man. We'll figure this out. We'll figure out how to play this game. It's fine. Okay, and now I have control over how things are progressing. So I can take my time to talk to you guys and also talk about the game and everything I'm processing, which is nice, because it was kind of stressful earlier. I mentioned this briefly before, but this movement is really nice. I don't know how to describe it, but, the art style is, I don't know, the art style is quite like, I don't know, it looks like a drawing, like digital art, right? But it's moving in a very like dynamic and three-dimensional way, and the way that they've achieved that I think is really impressive. And like the way that the character and the car are rendered do seem different from the environment. So anyway, there's a lot going on here visually that is really cool. This didn't feel like a convenient pickup spot for anyone. I could barely make him out at first. All I saw was desert and dusk. Then I spotted him, a lone figure dragging what looked like a huge oh, that happened real quick. He got onto the car bags first, then squeezed in like he was their sidekick. That's our guy. Hey. Hi, Liam. Oh, okay, we got dialogue choices, my friends. Hi, pickup for Liam? You are Liam, right? Yeah, sure. I could feel his anxiety creeping up from the back seat. I can't help it. I absorb that stuff like a sponge. Oof. Suspicious. I don't like it. Yes, thank God. Yes, okay. What? Sorry about that. Oh, man. What's up? I thought I spent all day out there in the desert taking photos of the stars and the LO skyline. I thought I'd lost my memory card. The bastard's smaller than a grain of rice. Why do they keep making them smaller? Damn, my heart's racing. His accent was smooth and musical, but I couldn't quite place it. Definitely not Southern California. I wonder when in the future this is. I also, don't really know American geography that well, so I wonder if, I don't know if Los Ojos is a real place or not, but... Anyway, hello. Lina, right? Set on the app. Yep, that's me. Awesome. Thanks for picking me up all the way out here in Nowheresville. I guess I'll try and be friendly. No problem. I was headed this way anyway, plus... Near cab goes where Capra fears to tread. What's Capra? Where are you coming from? Cactus Flats. I don't know that one. Going to the big city on holiday? I gotta say, if this is a visual novel, because I have no idea what the gameplay is, I didn't really know anything about this game, except that you were a cab driver and it was, sci-fi. If this is a visual novel, this is, easily one of the most, dynamic and visually impressive visual novels that I've ever seen. Go to the city on a big holiday? I don't know if I said that already. More like a permanent vacation. This car is carrying my whole life right now. I'm moving. I can't believe she has to work while she's moving. Moving? That's huge. How are you feeling? I don't know. I think I don't know what to feel. I've never been to Los Ojos before. Stop it. This is your first time in Automation City? Is that crazy? No. I mean, yes, moving somewhere you've never even visited. But damn, it's also very cool. Yeah, I wish I could be like that, but I don't know if I am. Don't sweat it. It's mine too, though I'm just visiting. For work? Sort of. I'm a photographer, or trying to be. I'm taking a year off from my quote-unquote real job to see what I can make happen. A year to travel the world and take pictures. Wow, wish that was me. Yep. But equal, yeah, okay, so I could either say the dream or who was this guy? It is the dream. It is the dream. But, I am a little suspicious. I can't really place why, but I am a little suspicious. So, who was this guy? Covered in dust, picked up on the side of the road, living off his art. I thought of Savvy. He seemed like someone she'd like. A fellow free spirit she could date for a breezy summer, then wind up in half his pictures. She always loved playing the muse. Okay. I am getting gay vibes, but we shall see. So, what about you? Why LO? I'm moving in with my best friend. I actually haven't seen her in ages. We used to be super close, and then we kind of weren't. Why did that just slip out? Yeah, girl, I don't know if I'd tell that to a stranger. I always forget how easy it is to spill your secrets when you're only making eye contact with the road in front of you. I kind of get that. I think that there's something about being in a car that I find really, relaxing. But if I'm in a car with a person I know, then, I feel, relaxed, and I feel like you can have all of these, conversations. You can quite, I don't know, easily slip into very, thoughtful conversations. But when I'm in an Uber or a cab in general, I just feel anxious because I'm in a car with a stranger. So, yeah, I kind of get it, but also not. For sure, I moved a lot. UK, France, Canada, and now here. Sort of fading in and out of different friend groups, maintaining most of my relationships online. Big same, yeah. It's just, it makes me anxious being in a car with strangers, and I think that feels like a normal reaction, right? That's reasonable, right? Yeah, exactly. So why now? What made you make the leap? She asked. Okay, well, you're in love with her. All she ever had to do was ask. Oh, Nightbot is telling us that the donate command does not exist. I will deal with that later, but I just realized that my life isn't as good without her in it. Girl. I love that. Sometimes it's just the only thing that makes sense, right? Exactly. It'll be a fresh start for us. I hope. Guess this photography thing is sort of my fresh start. So while you're getting the keys to your new place tonight, I'll probably be out snapping pictures of Capra Tower. Capra Tower? Gross. I'm getting the vibe that Capra is big evil corporation that controls everything or whatever. You know what? In real life, I would not, engage in this because this is the stranger and there's no point in antagonizing a stranger. But we're playing a video game and I want to know more and I want to antagonize a stranger. So, are you doing a cover shoot for multinational monster magazine? Hey, whoa. It's just a beautiful building. Yeah, you can afford beautiful buildings when you have a monopoly. I've committed to it. Look at her little face, it's so angry. You can afford beautiful buildings when you have a monopoly over the entire tech sector. The spoils of selling out human dignity, right? Hey Henry, got me on the big screen. Look at this beautiful face. Hello! Welcome to NeoCab. I'm really excited to be streaming again. And I'm enjoying this game a lot so far. Enjoying a chilled vibe. I thought about continuing Kentucky Route Zero, which I was playing before my surgery, but it's a bit intense. Like, I really like it, but it's like, yeah, it's a lot. So I wanted to play something more chilled out, and this is definitely like chilled vibes. So I'm feeling good. How are you doing? How is everyone in the chat doing? How has your week been? Okay, so back into this conversation about capitalism, sorry. The spoils of selling out human dignity, right? He shifted in his seat and tried to smile, but it was tight, uncomfortable. I made him uncomfortable. Look at her face, she's so smug. Capra, that name carried so much baggage for me. My first driving gig, my only income stream. Oh, okay, so in our... I think I remember seeing that in our, like, menu thing. She used to drive for Capra, and now she drives for Neocab. And they said that Neocab goes places that Capra doesn't go. So, something there. Before they replaced me and every other driver with autocars. Yeah, there it is. Soulless capsules of glass and plastic. But hey, those things don't need health insurance. Ah ha ha. Ha ha ha. Oh, he looks really upset now. I've done it. I've made him upset. Well, maybe you shouldn't be taking photos for an evil corporation, buddy. I mean, that's probably why he has the money to be taking a year out to just go and do whatever the fuck he wants, but whatever. I tensed up just seeing their logo, which was all over the place. Nearly every passing car was one of theirs. Crawling our streets covered in sensors, collecting data on everything and everyone. Just hearing Liam say the name had my heart pounding in my ears. Oh no, capitalism, that's right. I mean, if there's one thing that sci-fi games, like, consistently give you, right? It's like, whether it's good or bad, a sci-fi game will pretty consistently offer some kind of critique of capitalism. Like, I can't think of an example of one that, like, doesn't at all critique capitalism. Like, okay, sometimes, like, it's a bad critique of capitalism. I'd say more often than not, it's, like, not a good critique, but it always gives you something to talk about, so perfect for this channel. Right, you're not a fan. We don't need to get into it. Well, of course, I'm not a fan. It felt like all the energy in the car had flipped. He was closed off suddenly. Cold. Interesting. This is exactly why everyone says that talking politics with the PAX is the quickest way to tank your star rating. Oh no! This is gonna impact my star rating! Oh my god, my 4.9 driver rating definitely didn't want me to push him. Okay, so I'm gonna get a bad rating as a driver for talking shit about capitalism. I fucked it. Well, no, I don't regret it. I'm committing to it. I'm committing to it. But that's really interesting. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. Should I keep antagonizing him? Should I try and protect my rating? Or should I just commit to yelling about capitalism? Okay. So obviously, as I said earlier, in real life, this is not a viable choice. In real life, you should probably, like, you gotta do what you gotta do to, you know, get by and stuff. But we're playing a video game, so I am leaning towards just committing to antagonizing the fuck out of him and yelling about capitalism. So, unless anyone has any objections, I'm gonna be a little bitch. Actually, I want to get into it. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, obviously they're basically pure evil. Probably true, but you know, let's be specific. You don't care that they're spying on all of us. I kind of want to ask them both. Hopefully I can ask them both. But I want to, yeah, let's ask that. You don't worry that they're spying on all of us? Because I guess we already know about the job market thing, but we don't really know about the spying thing. What I think is that I'm here to take pictures. Okay, buddy. I'm going to LO for the aesthetic. I don't really want to talk politics. Okay. I hate him. But that's so... What? I felt the tension in my arms, the tingles at the back of my neck, the anxious twist in my gut. What was I doing? Was my grudge against Capra worth losing stars? Look. No. But I'm committing to it. It was exactly what had happened with me and Savvy. I got all emotional over something that wasn't really a big deal and I pushed her away. Okay, I don't know what happened between you and your girlfriend, but it is 100% not the same thing. I'm sure it's not the same thing because capitalism is a big deal. You're so volatile, Lina. Like, I'm looking for a reason to be sad or worried. Like, all my bad feelings just leap out of me and poison my life when actually everything was just fine. Was it, though? She's gaslighting herself, and I don't support that. I couldn't let it happen again with us. Ugh, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I guess I'm biased. These facial animations are so good, man. They're so good. Look at them. Look at her little face. Look at her little angry face. I'm not trying to be patronizing, but she's very attractive. I'm not gonna pretend that that's not happening right now. I've got a history with that whole company. It's all good. I just don't want to talk about it. Okay, he doesn't want to talk about it because he knows that it's a shitty thing to do, to be working for a shitty company that ruins people's lives, and he just doesn't want to be confronted with his guilt. So, whatever, I guess. I get that there's a lot of baggage attached to LO. Trust me, I really do, but I'm not here to pick it up. I hate him, wow. This week, for once, I'm just a tourist. Well, sorry again anyway. Definitely not sorry. Don't worry about it, seriously. I mean, you still look upset, which, you know, I don't care about except how it's gonna affect my rating. Look, if I wanted a silent ride with a brainless driver, I'd have called a Capra. You're much more fun. Okay. As the sun went down, I could make out the first lights of LO appearing out of the desert, suddenly like a mirage. We were almost there. See, this is nice, but what I wish that this had, and like, if it's a visual novel, that's fine. Like, obviously that's fine. I didn't really know anything about this game going into it. But I also really love driving in games, like as a general thing. I think it's really fun and relaxing. And it would have been nice to have like a gameplay element of that, but it's okay that that's not. It's okay if that's not like part of the game, but that would have been cool because I find that kind of gameplay just really nice and really relaxing. The city lights spilled across my windshield as we crossed the Los Ojos city limits. He pulled out his camera and I heard the shutter clicking away behind me. I thought about Savvy. No more nights alone. No more longing for change. I was making the change and I was ready. Here I am, Savvy. It's real. I did it. I wonder if we're gonna get to meet Savvy. I pulled up to Liam's destination, a modest hotel. Nice, but it had an art to it. Made sense. You know this is gonna be great, right? You're doing something really big, and I think it's gonna pay off. Thanks, I guess. And sorry again for being so pushy back there. I didn't mean to. Hey, we're cool. I've gotten into my share of arguments with cab drivers before. Maybe he'll be cool about it? I don't know. I hope so. You have? Yeah, with much worse opinions. I feel like you're implying that my opinion is bad, and fuck you. That's a relief. Believe it or not, people have tanked my star rating for less. I believe it. And listen, I know you've already got a friend in town, but I'll be crisscrossing town in near cabs all week. Maybe we'll get paired up again. I don't really want to. I'd like that. No, I would not like that, but whatever. He shouldered his luggage and headed into his hotel, waving at me as he disappeared through the doors. I waved back. I guess I'd made it. I need fuel. Where do I get fuel? Perfect rating? What? Great driver, if a little pushy when it comes to the competition. Moving can be stressful. Welcome to LO. Oh, maybe he's not all bad. I don't like him still. But, you know, I guess he isn't as bad as it could be. Because it's really like, it would be really horrible and really like spiteful to give someone a bad rating for like saying what she said, which like nothing about what she said was wrong. Your rating stayed perfect. Okay, so I mean I didn't have a perfect rating in the game world when this started, but I guess that my actions in these conversations is going to affect my rating. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out forward. I got 660 credits. Now in Outer Lands, battery usage is low. I have a new message from Savvy, and that is a gay person. Hey Alex, good evening to you too. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, buddy? It's nice to see you here. Oh, I clicked there. Okay. Ooh. I'm going to the top. I'm reading all the messages. There aren't more messages. I thought there was going to be, like, more messages and we could find out what happened between them a little bit, but I guess not yet. Just about to hit the road. Yes. Gonna try to pick up some packs on the way. Packs? Passengers, gotta earn some coin. Cream. I don't know what that means. Then meet at your place around 10. Just past Palm Springs in the home stretch. What's good, Lina? Wait's good, Lina. Correction, what's? Guess where I am at. You know what? I'm gonna rib her a little. Bad news. Went back to Cactus Flats. OMG, no! What happened? Oh, I was joking! Long story. No! I didn't mean to! I was joking. Oh my god, oh my god. What? I did not mean to do this. JK LOL. Oh my, you're the worst. I am the worst. I'm so sorry. And she sent a little video of her sighing, which, you know, is a little gay. Good. I'm glad you're doing okay. I'm doing good. You know, I'm feeling good. I obviously haven't streamed since December because I've been recovering from my surgery. And, you know, I'm still recovering for sure, but it's really nice to be streaming again. And I just, like, I feel good this evening. I put some makeup on for the first time in ages. Try to do something a little funky. I know it's not, like, super funky, but I literally only have one felt tip liner at the moment. I really want to go shopping for some different colors, which I am hopefully going to do in the next couple of weeks. But anyway, did my nails. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And next week I have a bra fitting, and then I should be able to buy some new bras that fit me after the surgery, and then I can hopefully, you know, start getting back into some light exercise and stuff, and, you know, get back into climbing, which obviously I really love, for anyone who knows me. So yeah, things are on the up. I'm feeling a little bit tired after, you know, starting work again, but mostly I'm doing good, and right now I'm definitely doing good. I'm having a really nice time playing this game, and I'm having a really nice time hanging out with you guys, so thank you for being here. Meet you at your place? You mean our new place? Ah! She sent back a wiki face. Yup. Wait, actually. Come pick me up? Sending you a pin. Gay, 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 gay. Gay is right. Sure. Yeah, I'll ask her if everything is okay once she's in the car. Yes. Can't believe I get to see you so soon. My rave fave, my literal favorite human. Smiley faces. OMFG. Send. If it moves, it's Capra. I don't know if you saw that. That was really quick. How long had it been since I'd seen Savvy? 6 months? No, a year? It didn't seem possible. Some days it was easy to feel like she was still around because everywhere I went in Cactus Flats was soaked through with memories. Most days that just made me miss her even more. Nobody gets me like she does, like really gets me. Look at her little happy face. Being around her made me feel more like myself. Also, can we talk about how the earrings, the hair, like, this is giving, like, future gay, and I'm so into it. Or maybe just made me like it more. I saw her up ahead, and my stomach flipped. L Bunny! The earrings are great. The earrings are great, and I really want some now. I am a really fan of, like, big fan of, like, enormous earrings, and I would love some just huge triangle earrings like that, maybe, like, cascading down a little bit, but I think that my 2022 resolution is to only buy gold jewelry. If I'm gonna buy jewelry this year, it's only gonna be gold jewelry because I am a brown person and gold jewelry looks better on me. So none of that white girl shit. I'm only buying gold jewelry from now on. She called her L Bunny. Savviest. L Bunny and Savviest. Those are stupid nicknames, but they're gay, so it's fine. You sure you want to sit way back there? Yep, I'm trying to get that authentic private driver experience, you know? Honestly, I just feel safer back here. You're the only reason I would get into one of these things. Oh my god, did you actually get prettier somehow? Damn, girl! Come on. Whatever you've been up to is working. God, seeing you again is like... It's like home, you know? Me too. Also, like, this is definitely, like, gay, but even if they're, like, platonic... Even if they're, like, platonic, this is gay, because this just makes me really happy, because even if it's platonic, it's just so, like, warm and intimate and loving in a really nice way, and it's just making me happy. Enormous glowing triangle earrings coated in LEDs sounds fucking amazing, and I'm gonna I'm gonna see if I can make that happen. I just, you know, I kind of hope that we get like a cyberpunk aesthetic future in our lifetimes, because they're always fucking serving looks, and they're always like, I swear, like, cyberpunk is like queer, like, it's a queer aesthetic, right? Like, straight people are not allowed, right? So I just feel like, obviously I want a revolution now, end capitalism, all of that, but, you know, if that doesn't happen, then, and capitalism gets, like, worse and more, like, insidious and, like, everywhere, then, yeah, that'd really suck, but, like, at least it wouldn't be all bad, like, it would look cool, you know what I mean? So, you win some, you lose some. Sorry, could we less talk, more vroom? Being this close to Capra HQ creeps me out. Yeah, I thought it was weird you wanted to meet here. Oh, I was downtown and it's a giant eyesore, you know? Seemed easy for you to find. Well, now I know where to avoid. No cyberpunk for the hats. For real. Well, now I know where to avoid. I already said that, sorry. Exactly. Aw. You're a little worried face. She's like nervous. This game looks so good. Like, honestly, like it looks so good. Like, this is a visual novel, and like, obviously, like, I really love visual novels and stuff, but I think we all know that, like, visual novels are a genre that, like, so many people, like, I mean, it's super accessible for a lot of developers to make because it isn't as expensive, like, to make, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But, like, having the budget and having the resources to make this kind of, like, movement and dynamism and bring that into the game is really lovely, and I just, like, I really love looking at this. You can blame the homogenization and sanitization of cyberpunk themes on the hats. It's true. I mean, you're not wrong. Like, the hats, and also, like, the way that I feel like capitalism appropriates the aesthetic, right? Like, because even if you think about, like, Cyberpunk 2077 and, like, it being made by CD Projekt Red, then obviously, like, we're talking about, like, an enormous corporation, like a AAA game developer that we know treats its workers like absolute shit, and puts them in terrible working conditions, but then they create this game that's, like, all about the cyberpunk aesthetic. But then, like, I haven't played Cyberpunk 2077 yet, and I hadn't been planning on it, but then, like, a Twitter mutual has kind of convinced me that, you know, I should be interested in that. So maybe I will play it at some point, but also, like, is there a version of that game that's playable with all of the bugs and stuff? Who knows? Digression. Where was I? Yeah, what I know of the context of Cyberpunk 2077, I think that, like, further, like, the content of it on, like, a narrative, like, and political level is also really sanitized, right? And it's, I mean, you can say this about, like, cyberpunk, but you can also say it about, like punk in general is that like there's a sanitized version of that aesthetic that detaches it from like a very political, very like queer tradition, but then at the same time it's like a really fraught thing, because if you think about punk, like that aesthetic, you know, can be related to and is very much like a part of like a queer like anarchist tradition, but then also like literally like a fascist aesthetic. And I was watching like TikTok or something the other day about how like you know, like punk fashion in the UK was actually pioneered by like black people, and then it kind of got appropriated by skinheads. And anyway, it's just really interesting. But I think that like when you think about the history of punk in that way, and like how it's been like sanitized and appropriated by heterosexual people, but also by like capitalism, like there's definitely like stuff to be said about cyberpunk and like how it imagines the future, and how like, you know, that manifests in different forms, like in sanitized ways, but also in like more radical ways. And I'm like no expert on the cyberpunk genre like at all, so I can't really like speak to that more, but I think that there's like a lot to unpack there. So yeah. I'm inclined to raise an eyebrow at most modern cyberpunk media with what you're saying in mind. Yeah, totally. You have to wonder what compels someone to adopt a particular set of aesthetics of themes, and for what purpose. Yeah, like 100%. Always ask that question. Whatever media you're consuming, gotta be asking those questions. Really good point. Beyond just, wow, cool thing. Yeah, 100%. And if I recall correctly, grunge went through a very similar arc. Yeah, 100%. When it comes to aesthetics, like fashion and aesthetics, it's always political. It's always political, and it's always worth knowing what you're looking at, and also how you are making yourself look, because that is a deeply politicized thing, you know, and we should definitely not like uncritically think about how we present ourselves in our fashion, and also how we you know, not only consume aesthetics, but, you know, present aesthetics. So for sure, really good conversation, guys. Really good shit. Ugh, I missed this so much. I missed streaming so much. I missed the Game Assist community so much. I'm really happy. I feel really good and happy this evening. So all right, digression. We're gonna put a pin in that digression and go back to the game. Don't have lights like this back in the flats, right? The way we'd left things echoed in my head. Heat rushed into my cheeks. Was I turning red? What happened between you two? My chest tightened and fluttered like I couldn't get enough air. I'd called her selfish and cried until I couldn't breathe. Right before I begged her not to leave. Was that what she was thinking about too? I'm sorry about how we left things. I just wanted to say... Ancient history. Whatever, I'm totally over it. I feel like maybe it's worth addressing what happened and not brushing over it. Well, what have you been up to? Tell me everything. Well, I kind of bounced around for a while. Remember that guy who said I could crash with him and his roommates? Definitely remember how he always called me Lisa. Turned out his roommates were more like his parents. That's rough. They were super sweet and their place was nice as fuck, and oh my god, so clean. But then his mom gave us matching sweaters for Christmas. I swear I felt myself shrivel into a little ghost right then and there over the eggnog. Yikes. Very. Compared to perfect family time, social activism is a way more chill. That was a cackle. Yeah, relatable content. Just some fogies. don't know what that means. Too afraid of their own shadows to really affect change, but I can work with that. Speaking of, I can't believe we're back in your old steery. This thing knows all my secrets. I saw a great video essay recently on just how widespread the outright refusal to engage with media is. Yeah, you know, it sure is a thing. And like, I think that, you know, I have had times for sure when like I try to, I don't know, like have a conversation with someone about media, or I don't know, they ask me what I thought of something, and I say, well, like, you know, these are my thoughts about it and stuff like that, and they're a bit like, oh, like, why are you such a like killjoy and like blah blah blah. And people really need to understand that like the way that you feel about something and whether or not you like something, like I don't want to say that it is 100% detached from like critical thinking about a piece of media, but what I do want to say is that you can and should engage with media both emotionally and intellectually. I don't think that you should separate either of those things, actually. Sorry, I heard Chickpea meowing, and just wanted to check that she's okay, but she should be fine. Because, like, yeah, I mean, obviously, like, media, like, perpetuates or, you know, engages with cultural norms, right? Like we know that media can be a tool of socialization. It can, like, try to teach us certain things about gender and class and race and, like, all of that kind of stuff. It can critically engage with those things and try to kind of, like, disturb them. And, you know, it can navigate the tension between that as well, because obviously these things are like very messy, but then also obviously all sorts of media, but like stories, music, like all this kind of thing, like it makes us feel stuff, right? Like it can and should make you feel something. But those feelings are often connected to, like, I mean, they don't come out of nowhere. The way you feel about a piece of art is often connected to your personal experiences and the things that you believe and the world around you and all of that kind of stuff. So I think that, like, you are perfectly allowed to feel the way that you feel about a piece of media, and that can change, you know? You can react to it in a certain way the first time you watch it, the second time you watch it, the third time you watch it, that could change. You might think differently about it when you reflect on it. Your feelings, you know, you're allowed to feel what you feel about media, but you also should think, you know, why do I feel that way? And, like, also, what do I feel like this piece is trying to say or do, and what does that mean? What implications does that have, right? So it's not even just about being like, oh, I can like something but understand that it's problematic, because that term problematic is kind of like, it's a bit useless, you know? Like everything is problematic. I think it's a completely useless term to say, oh, this thing is problematic, and then, like, dismiss it on that basis. Or say, oh, this thing is problematic, but yeah, not just dismiss it, but also try to make an excuse for it or whatever. Because everything is problematic. Like, in the world that we live in, like, everything is charged, like, in various ways, like in a gendered way, in a racialized way, like what have you. So it's not just about, like, separating, like, feelings from thoughts. I don't think that that's necessarily, like, possible. I think that those two things are connected, but I think that, like, what people, like, often, like, in my opinion, like, aren't necessarily, like, ready to do is to really, like, confront and engage and sit with that complexity, to engage in all of that complexity of, like, emotion and thought and such that media kind of, like, invokes in you, but also, like, the material effects that has on the world around you. Like, we know that in a capitalist society, like, media is 100% like something that has material effects. It's created from material, it's created from resources, and it gives resources to others, you know, like it makes money as well. So it does material as well as ideological work, right? And I think that we have to think about media in those like multiplicitous ways too. And, you know, and on that basis, hi Chickpea, decide how we engage with it and try to make, hi, she has a lot to say about this too, try to make decisions about how we engage with media and how we engage with art on that basis. Like, what harm does it cause, and how am I complicit in that, or how can I reject that, and stuff like that. We can say hi to Chickpea later, it's fine. But yeah, I don't really feel like, I don't know if I said anything useful there, but that's how I feel about it. I think a lot of things in life come down to the fact that people aren't ready to really confront like the complexity and the multiplicity of everything. Okay, let's have a look at chat. It seems to be set in a young age. When I was doing my English GCSE, some classmates would often berate the teacher with, "Do you always analyze things like this? Don't you ever read things for fun?" As if the question is any kind of counterpoint to critical thinking. Yeah, it's such a good point. Like the idea that critical thinking and analysis and having fun are two diametrically opposed things is a really, really bad way of thinking about engaging with not only media, but the world around you. It's just bad. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick sip of water and then get back into this game. Oh, quickly. To be honest, one tangential thing that bugs me about how some people engage with media, only like looking at things on a super literal level, and it can super bug me. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, there's so much to say about that, right? There are so many like levels to how media works and how it does the work that it does, but yeah, I mean, I know that me and Alex are huge fans of Revolutionary Girl Utena, a really good example of a text that if you only understood it on a literal level would give you absolutely nothing. And I know people who have watched it and have been like, this is stupid, it doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, well, you have to think about it like in deeper ways, like in metaphorical ways and allegorical ways, because there are levels on which it's doing something. And when you think about a medium like animation, and the same is true of video games, like it operates on such like multiple levels, like even more than like a novel does, because there's visual elements, there's auditory elements, there's dialogue, there's all sorts, like color, like all sorts, you know, and you really have to like understand that a single piece of media is doing like so much work, like so many different kinds of work at the same time. There's this one video review of Utena that reads everything literally and for the sake of comedy, and it's painful. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. And you know I love retro as much as the next girl, but would you mind parking it a little down the street from my place? People would get really weird if they thought I was pro-car. What? It's just a big issue in my work right now, you know? Are you anti-car? I mean, kinda. Nothing personal, but that's like shop talk for me. We don't have to get into it, right? Oh my god. Okay, maybe the conversation with what's his name, Liam, did have some relevance, because if Savvy is going to be the kind of person who's like, well, we don't need to talk about things that we disagree on, that's not healthy. It's not healthy to just ignore. I mean, not dissimilar to what we were just talking about, right? Like, I think on an interpersonal level, if you don't confront, like, conflict or contradiction or disagreement, then that's just not healthy. Because people are complicated. Not get into a fight right away sounded good to me. Sure. But wait. Where are we going? What's your address? Wonder what's going on here. Yeah, me too. I am also wondering. Oh yeah, pull over. You live here? No, I just remembered. I got you a present. Yeah, I'll pull over. Close your eyes and hold out your right hand. Are you gonna... No. Unlike you, psychopath, I will not put a bug in it. That was like 3 years ago. And yet it still haunts my dreams. Rest in peace, little caterpillar. Come on, give me your hand. I forgot how tiny her hands were and how they were always so cold. How are your fingers freezing in the middle of a desert? Must be the ice that runs through my veins. F in chat. F in chat for the caterpillar. Jace. Jace. Jace is always whining about it. Who's Jace? Who's Jace? I don't know why I said it like that. She slipped something metallic onto my arm. If you're not gonna shut your eyes, then at least stop fidgeting. It tightened to a snug fit around my wrist. Oh, what is that? What? What is it? What? What's happening? Whoa. What is it? It's a feel grid. It's a 6th gen biofeedback device for your feels. What? What does that mean? Heart on your sleeve. I don't... What? The color and intensity show your mood. Basically the exact way you feel in your body at the exact moment. Oh, it's a mood bracelet. Okay. You're yellow, which means you're feeling positive. Probably because of my awesome gift. I've got the necklace edition. See? Feel good green. Oh dear. Okay. Now we can both have, like, total awareness of our emotional well-being. I don't know if that's how that works, but okay. You know, to take care of each other and all that junk. Oh, well, it's a sweet sentiment. Aw, savviest. It's like the best friendship bracelet necklace ever. Exactly. So, it's reading my brainwaves? Nah, it reads your blood. Yeah, I feel like this could be maybe not a good idea. I agree. I don't even know what to say. Especially if there's any data being taken from that. Yeah, that's a really good point. I think that there seems to be like the big tech companies surveilling everyone vibe, and if that is the case, then this could be a cause for concern. It sounds like a mood ring. I don't know what to say. It totally is, except it actually works. Everything we feel is because our brain has triggered some chemical to flood our system, right? No. I mean... kinda, right? But I just think that that's reductive and pathologizing. So this has a little sensor that reads all the molecules as they go surfing through your tubes. I don't like it. Yeah, I just think that, like, so... Right, so... I should probably qualify that I said it's more complicated than that, right? So, like, when you feel something immediately in the moment, there is an element of, like, your chemicals in your body, like, doing whatever for whatever reason. Like, that's true, 100% that's true. But, you know, the way that you feel and the way that you react in a particular moment, like, emotionally and physiologically, is not, like, an isolated moment. Like, it's connected to your entire life before that moment, like, psychologically and physiologically. Like, often certain reactions are triggered because of, like, past traumatic experiences. Even when we're talking about, like, what's happening in your body chemically, that can be a result of, like, environmental factors, you know, which is, I believe the term is epigenetics, the way that the environment, like, affects your physiology. And yeah, so the idea behind, like, wearing something that, like, you know, senses all the chemicals in your body and then shows you what your mood is like, how useful is that really? And, like, I don't think that our feelings can be reduced to, like, chemicals. I just don't think that they can. So, yeah, I think it's a bit more... I don't like this. This is kinda a little bit dodgy on a lot of levels. Yeah, I don't want to be ungrateful. I feel not great about it, but I don't want to appear ungrateful right now. So I'm just gonna be thankful. So cool. See, it just moved towards green, which means you just got a little chilled out. Ugh, there are 4 basic colors. I don't know how I feel about this, but it's interesting, that's for sure. Yellow is like feel-good green, but higher intensity. Happy, sunny, excited. Red is the angry, anxious, agitated, and blue is, well, blue. I don't know, I thought it'd be really cool for you to see your colors. People can be so fake, you know? But, like, like, having some kind of, like, thing that's supposed to show you how someone really feels is, like, part of the reason why I don't like that, as well as the reasons that we've just talked about. Like, it could be sending data to corporations, and also, like, how you feel in a moment isn't really, like, reflective of, like, 100% of what's going on with you, or, like, why. Like, part of relating to other people is trust, and you can't read other people's minds, but you can put your trust in them, and you can put the benefit of the doubt in them, and you can, you know, hope that they show you that too. And so when someone, like, reacts in a certain way and stuff, like, you shouldn't take that at face value or take that for granted. Like, and that's not to say that, oh, like, something's going on with everyone, so you should just, like, let people, like, behave however they want because you don't know why. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that people, they behave the way that they do for reasons, and those reasons are complicated, and those reasons are multiple, and it's really a matter of, if you want to be close to someone, then you have to trust them to, I mean, you have to put your trust in them of, like, you did this thing or you said this thing and it made me feel this way, and be honest about that. But you have to also, like earn their trust to say to you, like, actually, you know, I think that my feelings about that or the way that I reacted is because of like this, that, or the other, you know? And that's how building trust works, and that's how becoming like close to people works. And like having something like a necklace that's like, oh, like the necklace is green, and you're having a conversation with someone and I don't know, they say one thing and you're like, oh, but like, you know, you seem fine because your necklace is saying that you're happy. It's just, right? Like, that's, I feel like that will damage the trust and like stuff in the way that you relate to people. So I think that also on that level, that's also really dodgy. So that's another reason on the list. So everyone I know with a feel grid, it's like an emotional superpower. Keeping it real is like second nature now. Yeah, I don't trust that. Even without talking for months, she still knew me so well. She didn't even see how I'd gone off on Liam just now. I've been a little all over the place, honestly. Also, like, I'm wondering what it says that this was the first gift she gave her. Yeah, that's a really good point, right? Because it doesn't necessarily, like, show trust in someone to be like, here's a bracelet so that I can see how you're feeling and know how you're feeling all the time, so that, I know if you're lying to me about how you feel. Like, I don't trust that. I get it. This just lets you know that what you're feeling is real, but that it's temporary. Okay. Plus, now you'll know when your packs are giving you too much shit. I know that. I know that in my body. I know what I feel, and I know what I experience, and I hold that knowledge in my body, and I hold those feelings in my body. You know? Like when my heart rate changes, or when I suddenly feel a chill, or when I can't breathe, you know? Like, I know how I feel. I don't need, like, a bracelet to tell me how I feel, you know? Like, what? I don't like this. I really don't like this. 2 blue and you probably need to take a break. 2 red and you gotta stand up for yourself, okay? I don't like this. I really don't like this, guys. Ooh, okay. Okay, I know what the colors mean. Tell that to my star rating. That's exactly it. This thing tells people they're pissing you off, so you don't have to. What? Oh, are you trying to imply that you want other people, like the passengers, to look at it and to see how I'm feeling and to lay off? Because that's weird. I don't like it. I really don't like this. And I don't mean that I don't like this as a writing thing or as a plot thing. I mean that I don't like that she has given us this thing and what she's saying. I don't like that. We'll see where this goes in the game. I think that this is super interesting. I know confrontation is more my thing. Well, you should have seen me with Liam. I was confronting the fuck out of him. But as you can see, I'm surfing a chill green wave at the moment. Sure, whatever. Chill as a cucumber. Lina, you're still saying it wrong. What? What's it supposed to be? Cool. Cool as a cucumber. Oh my god, I missed you. Damn, I even tried to remember it, like cucumbers are served chilled. Well, I missed you too, lady. See, now I know that I made you happy and not, like, pissed at me. Oh my god, please stop saying that. Like, what? Okay, I'm gonna rib her again. It's broken, I'm totally pissed. Okay, but I'm being serious. It's not a big deal, but the way we fought when I left. Okay, but like, see, I don't feel like she's really like, she's like, confrontation's more my thing, blah blah blah, but I don't feel like she's really like confronting whatever happened between them. I feel like she's being really weird about it and like dancing around it and being like, well, this thing happened, but we don't really need to talk about it. It's in the past, and it's not a big deal really, but here's a bracelet that tells me how you feel like all the time. Bad. Unhealthy. Oh, okay, she's red. See, I didn't need the necklace. Her body language is like a huge part of how I could tell that she's upset right now. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I know. I really don't want my feelings to upset anyone. If people are upset by how you feel doesn't make you a bad person. How you feel doesn't make you a bad person, okay? Just really feel like I need to say that. Like, people feel things for reasons. Like, it doesn't come from nowhere. Okay, it's more important how people act. And that people try to be the best that they can be. That's more important. How you feel doesn't make you a bad person. And no one should ever make you feel like that. But you do feel things. A lot, actually. Okay, I don't know if this is like a little bit like pressing a button for me. Probably tell. But I feel like she's being told that she's too much, and I feel like what she just said reflects to me that people have told her that she's like too much, or like too sensitive, or like whatever. Which is something I really love about you. Your heart is so amazing, and the way you feel things, it's kind of beautiful. Okay, well that's nice. Oof, okay, sorry, just catching up with the chat. There's a lot of things about all these characters that just make me go, Yeah, I mean, it's super, like, interesting, right, though? There's a lot going on that I'm very, it's compelling. Like, I'm really invested. I mean, like, I'm not super good at identifying my emotions, but still I wouldn't want this constantly. Yeah, well, I think that, no, 100%, and, like, it is so fine to not be able to, like, know or understand how you feel, like, immediately like that. That is fine. But the idea that, like, a bracelet or, like, a necklace knows how you feel better than you do, and then someone else can look at your, like, mood color and be like, I know how you feel. Like, you don't know how you feel, I do. Like, that makes me really upset, and I really don't like that. Like, it's bad. Yeah, the subtext is happening. There is subtext happening. Ugh, I'm feeling things. We'll see where this goes. But bottling all that up doesn't make it go away. You're right, but, like, is that not what you're doing about whatever happened between you guys? Like, and when it all comes out, it's kind of intense, like that night. Okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, and I don't feel 100% comfortable with making this dialogue choice because I'm not 100% sure what happened between them. So it's difficult to, like, pick one. And actually, I don't know, because, like, part of me was like, oh, I'm gonna choose you're not the easiest person to disagree with sometimes, because I don't want, you know, Lina to feel like she's the only person who has responsibility in that situation, because from what I can glean, like, from what I can, you know, glean from all of this, like, they, you know, they both, you know, upset each other, in ways that, like, I'm not certain how, but I don't know, because I don't want to seem like I'm not taking responsibility for what I did to upset her, right? of what Lina did to upset her, so I'm not 100% sure what I want to pick in this situation, actually. I think for now I might just say, you're right. Because I don't have enough context. So I don't want to like, yeah, I don't want to like, you know, antagonize her or like whatever. I don't have enough context, but I will take responsibility for whatever my actions or Lina's actions were. So yeah, let's go with that. You're right. I'm sorry. But I'm here and you're here and we're starting over. And we're both gonna be better about saying how we feel. Your emotional state affects which options you can choose. Sorry. That was a huge gasp. Okay, sorry, that was a huge gasp. Okay, your emotional state affects which options you can choose. Okay, that's interesting. So is it going to be like, oh, you can't say that because of whatever reason? I didn't want to risk making her mad. The weight on my chest would pass. No! Oh, shit. Shit. Ah! So... Okay, okay. 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 I mean, I only have one choice. Sorry, I'm just processing things. Okay. Okay. And we're good, right? Right, I can't choose that. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Okay. And we're good, right? Very interesting mechanic / narrative device, you're right. Sorry, that makes me feel things. I don't know what's happening to me right now, but I'm feeling things, and my body is reacting to that. It's okay to feel things, and it's okay to not 100% understand why. Okay. That's really interesting. We're gonna see how that's gonna play out. I just feel not good about... I just don't feel good about that. What just happened, but we're taking a minute and we're gonna move on with the story and we're gonna see what happens. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're all good. Hell yes. I felt a weight lift off my ribcage. I don't... Okay. We were in sync again. We could always talk about serious stuff later. Savvy and I had all the time in the world now. So, how do we get to your place? I'm starving. I'm starving. Oh shit, I'm really sorry, but can you take me somewhere else really quick first? Sure, where are we going? Well, I need you to drop me off, actually. It's this guy, and trust me, it's kind of a huge mess. You don't want to know. Is everything okay? Totally. She's sad. Because now I can tell what her emotions are, I guess. Because it's that easy, guys. Kind of. I don't know, honestly. I kind of fucked up at work and I've just gotta go fix it before shit comes down on my head. I wish we could just go straight to this awesome ramen shop you're gonna love instead of helping my dumb ass. It's a little embarrassing. Are you okay? Yeah, it's all gonna be fine. I just gotta do this one little thing before it blows up, and then I get to keep my job, thank the gods. What is her job? And we don't have to start looking for a cheaper place. Kidding. It didn't really sound like she was kidding. I'd never heard her take any job so seriously before, or even hint at money problems. Maybe we'd have more in common this time around too. No worries, I got you. You're the best. I mean it. Well, right back at ya. He lives in this totally weird rich person dorm called Kinfolk. What a name. The place is crawling with techie scum. He sounds great. See, you aren't missing anything, trust me. He's been dying to get into this club, and tonight I can actually make it happen. But you should totally come meet up with me and Jace later. I don't know how I'm supposed to say it, actually, so for all intents and purposes, Jace could be how you pronounce it. You could just pick up another ride, right? Who knows, maybe it'll be some cutie who wants to show you around LO. Hang on. What do I want to ask? Seriously though, who is Jace? My guy. It's only been a minute, but we have this super intense connection. Like sunshine, butterflies, all that shit. I bet you'll really like him. I don't like men, so doubt it. I can try and get you on the list. Let me just text Jace. I don't wanna. I kinda just wanna hang out with you. You will, soon. So, how long have you been with him? Me, when my friends are trying to talk to me about their boyfriends. Yes, cool, okay. He says he'll text you all the deets soon. I don't wanna. I don't wanna hang out with a random dude that I don't know, and I don't wanna go to a club. Sorry. Great, I'll just wait for the deets. I've just got to do this thing, then you should head over. So when... Oh, this is it, Kinfolk. I'll text you in like an hour tops, okay? Then come meet us. I don't wanna do that. I'm sure that Lina is tired after a long day of traveling and working and moving. And if that were me, then I wouldn't want to go to a club. I certainly wouldn't want to like meet a stranger. I would just want to get into my PJs and, you know, maybe hang out with my friend that I hadn't seen in a long time, or just chill on my own and go to sleep. Why can't I do that? Oh, hydration has been redeemed. Thank you for reminding me. Whew. Sounds good. See you soon, roomie. Welcome to LO, and remember, pick up a cute Pax next. Only if it's a girl. Sorry guys, once again I am a little snotty for no real reason. Excuse me. I watched her bounce up the illuminated steps and vanish into a soaring apartment tower, half spacecraft, half greenhouse, and covered in glowing triangles. What was this place? Capra cars buzzed around me like I was inside some kind of nest. A few of the people inside gave my car a definite look from behind their tinted windows, and they were right. I wasn't supposed to be here. I was supposed to be with Savvy, and even for her... I don't want to say maybe I misjudged our friendship, I think that's a bit too soon, but this was a little much. I'm red. But it was just a detour, no big deal. I'd do one more ride to earn some coin, and then we'd be back in sync. Things just had a way of being spontaneous with Savvy, and I was never as happy as I'd been when we were together. Feel grid. Hello, how are you feeling today? Your new Feel Grid is a biofeedback device that displays your emotional state as a color: yellow, green, blue, or red. Did you know that human beings only have 4 emotional states, and those are reducible to 4 different colors? Did you know that it's just that easy to tell what's going on inside someone's head and how they're feeling? Isn't that great? Intense, in a good way. Your Feel Grid also measures the intensity of your emotions in 3 levels: low, medium, and high. The more your Feel Grid lights up, the more intense your feelings. This is so reductive. I hate it. Got it. The circumplex. Fancy science term. This map represents the full spectrum of emotions. This map, this little guy tells you the full spectrum of human emotion. Isn't that amazing? Did you know that the full spectrum of human emotion is encompassed in this little thing? Amazing. This map represents the full spectrum. Yes, even the icky ones. Each segment is a unique state. So even though you may feel like a jumble of emotions, your Feel Grid will let you know which one you are actually experiencing. You don't know what you feel, but I do. I, the little bracelet on your wrist. I know how you feel. Even if it's a little unpleasant. I can't. This is so much. Okay, hotter to cooler. Negative to positive. I can't deal with this. Okay, so... red is angry or anxious, and it's hot and negative. Yellow is hyper and cheerful. It's hot and positive. Green is calm and chill. It's positive but cool. And blue is lethargic and depressed. It's negative but cool. Nice. Feel free, notice how you think and react when you're each color. The idea of the Feel Grid is simply to illuminate the feelings in your body so you can tune into your emotional awareness. Wow, all 4 human emotions. Yep. Stay centered. There's no such thing as a bad emotion, really. Just remember that the dark outer edges of the map are more intense feelings, while the lighter shades are in the center are more mellow. Groovy. One last thing. All emotions are valid, but the outer limits of the Feel Grid are meant to tell you something, like it's time to take a break, take a nap, or even take a moment to center. Now take a deep breath, and good luck out there. What is there to say? You know? What more is there to say than I've already said? Current status, you're in the red. You may be feeling anger, fear, or disgust. In the red, your heart rate is elevated, and you may have symptoms of tension, such as headaches, jaw clenching, or stomach pains. You're likely to have difficulty focusing and experience forgetfulness and poor judgment. Try to take deep, slow breaths and avoid spiraling into negative thinking. It's that easy. Not FDA approved. Okay, good to know. More, no. Okay. Fine. Great, so we have our feel grid here. Oh, fuck off, bracelet bot. This has awful vibes. Yeah, agree with both of those sentiments. Ugh, okay. So, what's in our journal now? Jace will send you the deets, and it's like dripping off into what looks to me like a pile of poop. I don't know. So over it. And you're awesome, DJ. I don't. Okay. Sure. Okay, so Capra Cash. New coverage. Yeah, okay, never mind. I thought I saw something about how she like used to work for Capra, but I might be imagining things. Okay, so I think that we don't have much batteries, so we need to go to a charge station before we can even think of picking anyone up. But like, look, we have a whole map of hello? Oh my god, I gotta talk to that person. Because their profile picture is an anarchy symbol. But we got a whole map with a whole oh, can zoom out. Yeah. This is it. This is Los Ojos. Los Ojos means eyes, right? I don't know Spanish, so correct me if I'm wrong. But that's interesting. I wonder if that's a real place. You know what? I'm gonna do a quick Google. Los Ojos. Los Ojos, New Mexico, I think is a place. Los Ojos is a census-designated place in Rio Arriba County, New Mexico, US. So I don't think that there's a Los Ojos, California. Los Ojos, California. Also, pictures of eyes are coming up on Google. So I think that I was right about that. Oh, Los Ojos, California. No, that's Los Osos, California. So I think it's a made-up place, but just occurred to me that that is interesting. It's interesting that it's called Los Ojos because of the surveillance theme. That's interesting. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. Fun little pun I did there. Okay, so I'm here. I need to get my juice by Capra. Oh, so it wasn't juice as in literal juice, it was juice as in charge for my car. Coin only, no USD accepted. Okay, I guess they still have physical money. We're still on night 1. Definitely time for a recharge, plus the weird way the hum of the charging stations made my head feel stuffed with cotton. I kinda loved it, even if it was probably killing my brain cells. I really can't believe you'd make a pun like that. I know. I can't believe it either. Alright. Each bar would set me back 132, a little steep, but here I was. That is a little steep. That immediately eats up like a fifth to a quarter of the money that you get from like a single pickup. Like that's bad. Okay, how much fuel am I gonna get? I have money, so I could get a full charge, but I don't know how long the charge lasts. So I think I might just half fill it up and see how that goes. So sorry, a little bit. Felt like I might sneeze. I paid $2.64 for 2 bars. I sank back into my car. There's definitely like a theme around surveillance, and I think that the mood bracelet thing definitely is gonna be a part of that. There's a theme happening. I'm interested to see where it goes. Okay. Who are we gonna pick up? The Ali Bream. Peace, love, and Elo. 5-star rating, but seems annoying. Anthony Colton, 5-star rating, founder and chief cat herder at Cure 8 All, putting a gentler dent in the universe. Okay, you seem annoying. Wait, cancel. Oh, it tells you how much gas it's gonna use as well. Gideon DeKalb. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Anarchist symbol. Yeah, I want to do that. Let's go pick up Gideon. Themes in my media? Cannot believe it. A valet in a tux shot me a look as I pulled outside the Grand Bow Arts pillars of Elo Babylon. Oh, I do feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, I'm sorry. I might sneeze again. Hold on. Is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? I don't know. Okay, I think we still feels a little tingly. I think we're good for now. Okay. Valet in a tux shot me a look as I pulled outside the Grand Bow Arts pillars of Elo Babylon. Really, someone at this place rode Neocab? Who? Then I saw her, a short figure with the bulk of a boxer, stalking down the red carpet towards me. Hello? She sounds hot. The cameras went wild for her, their flashes reflected in hard metal skin. She screamed back into the blaze and flipped them the bird. Lights of pink neon dotted her spine. What? Who was she? Can't wait to see her. Please let her be. Please let her be a robot. Oh my god. Look at this. What? She's in like a fucking power suit. The only way I'm going to another pig fundraiser is if it's for like an actual pig. Definitely not a robot. But she couldn't have been more than maybe 13. You're not gonna catch me dead at a charity bowl for cops ever again. Yes, bitch! Go piss, girl. Same. They're the worst. Yeah, they fucking are. Yes! Oh. I see, you're making fun of me. No, I wasn't. I really wasn't. Whatever. Who was this kid? Famous? Super rich? Should I be calling her ma'am? Rough night, ma'am? I don't want to sound patronizing. Okay, she didn't like it. Don't call me ma'am. Oh my god. This is fucking amazing. What are you trying to do to me? Yikes. So why were you at a charity bowl for cops? Okay, technically it wasn't for cops, but they were hosting it, or whatever. Just one more corrupt cog in the machine to pass Sophie's Law. Oh shit, I'm really sorry to bring up Sophie's Law to you. Don't worry, I absolutely do not support it. What's Sophie's Law? Oh god, sorry in advance. So Capra wants to own everything and everyone, right? Anywhere we go, anything we say, they want it all. Sophie's law gets them most of the way there. It outlaws human drivers within Los Ojos, auto cars only, to keep us safe. The referendum is up for a vote any day now. They set up a fake charity to hide all the political donations. And who's running it? Drumroll, please. My fascist mother. OMG. I'm so glad that I picked this person. Holy shit. This is amazing. I'm not gonna ask, and the cops are for that. Obviously the cops are for that. Cops, fucking pigs. And you're for that? Are you listening to anything I'm saying? Why would any thinking person be for something that hands a monopoly to an unregulated megacorp? Well, some people are, though. Obviously, Yancey is for it. What kind of name is Yancey? I felt the urge to just nod along. This kid was a lot, but something she'd said was nagging at me. Wait, they want to outlaw human drivers? Did you really not know about it? So, Sophie Lemieux was a dancer with the LO Ballet. Her Prima Ballerina account had, 140 million subscribers. She was killed in a car attack about a month ago. Now she has 200 million subscribers. That's awful. What happened? Some rando drove an old Steery straight into a crowd downtown. Killed her and, a bunch of other people. What is wrong with a person like that? Every time it happens, I try to understand it. I don't know if I ever will. Who was the driver? Oh, wait. Is that why I've seen so many cops? Oh, definitely. They'll use any excuse to militarize this city. This kid is fucking woke. Especially for some pretty dead white woman, right? Wow. The kids are alright. Anyway, the vote is super split. It could tip either way, if that's any consolation. Consolation, if the law passed, it looked like it'd be out of a job. A capper buzzed by me. They would be the only show in town. How else would people get around the city? So every 500 coin a plate dinner counts, with the vote going down in just a few days. Yancey hates me, but says now I'm old enough to be expected at DeKalb events. My obligation is a scion. I'm a scion, have you heard? I've never met a scion before. I had the gross feeling that this kid could buy and sell me, and maybe her great-grandparents would have. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said it. This is so embarrassing to talk about. People look at you weird when you have money. Or when you don't. Oh, I know, and that's worse, yeah. I'm super aware of that. I would weigh... Oh my god. Okay, never mind. Whatever. I would way rather not have any money and just be normal. Okay, kid. Destroy the rich. That's what I think. Tear it all down. I mean, yes, but the way that you said that was really insensitive. I have a bit more patience for it because she's a kid and her heart's in the right place, but I liked where she was coming from, but she had a lot to learn. Anyway, I went and she introduced me to the chief of police. And he was like, "Oh, nice to meet you." And I said, "Yes. Fuck off, white supremacist." Oh, that's so good. What happened? Yancy tried to pull me away, but, you know, look what I'm wearing. This is incredible. Then she said I was embarrassing her, so I left. Oh, look at her smug little face. It's true, though. Did you know that institutions can be racist? No, I didn't know that. Sorry, of course you do. I don't have to tell you how bad the LOPD is for people of color. Or, yeah, anyway. So, I'm interested in the fact that, like, some of these had, like, the red quotation marks. Like, what does that mean? I picked one with red quotation marks before, but I'm trying... Yeah, I don't know what that actually means. Okay, do I wanna kind of call her out a little bit, or... I mean, she said it, and then she said, I don't have to tell you how bad it is. So I think she kind of, like, said it, and then she was like, oh, like, that was stupid of me to say, so I don't think I need to unnecessarily be like that about it. So, I'm happy to just let that one go. I let that one go. Oh. Yeah, I think it is related to the emotion mechanics, but I'm not 100% sure how. It's very fascist. So you're against everything your mom stands for. Was she a bit controlling as a parent? Totally. Wait, how'd you know? You're dressed in a pink Iron Maiden. Of course, you couldn't just not mention it. Okay, so this is a Kinder mech. It's the Michelle model, which they make specially for girls. Wow, great. Yancy would want you to know that it's the slimline model. I can't even talk about that. Yancy is your mom. Biological mom. If you're talking who raised me, then my moms are Maya Angelou and James Baldwin. Oh, this little white girl. And she sure is white. She sure is a little white girl. I love her. I think her heart's in the right place. But holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, I gotta say it. I can't not say that, sorry. Yeah, I always pictured Maya Angelou's daughter as a rich white robot. Don't make fun of me. You don't know me. Like... I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Because if you're gonna talk about racism and you're gonna talk about being into Maya Angelou and James Baldwin, then, like, when you're having a conversation with someone who is actually a working class person of color and they are calling you out on your shit, you don't get to be defensive about that. Like, I know that she's a kid, but I think that, like, I didn't like the way that she reacted to that, and I think that, like, if I could continue that conversation and be like, why are you getting so defensive? Like, why do you feel so defensive about this? Like, you need to unpack that, because, like, I am the, like, working class person of color who, like, drives cabs, who, like, is in a super precarious job, like... the person actually affected by these structures, like, you don't experience the material reality of that oppression, so, like, I love that you're against it, and I love that you want to get rid of the rich, but like if you're not willing to engage in and confront the way that you materially benefit from those structures of power, and when people call you out on it, you get defensive about it, then like absolutely 100% fuck that. 100% fuck that. But can I just say that this scene is amazing. I'm loving it. It's really good. What does Yancy do? She doesn't do anything. But my great-grandfather had a factory that made car parts. You definitely have something in this car that's a decal part. All Yancy does is throw away his money. I've never heard of a Kindermech. Yeah, I think that the red thing, both times that I used it, it seemed to make Lina less angry, so that's interesting. I'm not surprised, it's super expensive. I had nothing to say to that. Yancy put me in this car when I was 4 after I got hit by the car. But I was fine after the surgery. She totally overreacted. But she got it so if it happened again, like that happens to anybody twice, I wouldn't even feel it. Can you take it off? Not until I'm 18. Oh my god! She's stuck in that thing? That's pretty grim. Don't you know that's when you're officially old enough to make your own decisions, apparently? Yep. Because just in exactly the same way that humans have 4 emotions, exactly 4 emotions, humans are also only capable of making decisions and having agency when they turn 18. When they have been on this earth for 365 days times 18 plus however many extra days we got from leap years, because I can't do that much maths. Don't ask me to do that. I'm gay. That's awful. It's torture. Yeah, I'm sure it is, to be honest. That's horrible. She always knows where I am. She can check it whenever she wants. There's a camera in here. She can see what I'm looking at. Oh, fuck. I am being recorded. I tried to pierce my ears once and my arms locked in place. Fuck it out. I am... What is a maths gay? I am erasing maths gays. I don't know what a maths gay is. I even tried to put this fuck fascism sticker on, and it peeled right off the chassis, whatever that means. There's a content filter. You must be able to take it off to sleep, at least. No. I can't take it off. Ever. It's so unfair. Yeah, it's pretty extreme. Right? Why doesn't anyone else see that? Where do you live, anyway? You'll see it. I'm sorry, Evelyn, but, you have been erased. I don't know what a maths gay is. I have erased them. Who is that in the chat? I don't know. Can't be a maths gay, because those aren't real. Over the last few minutes, the streets had gotten cleaner, the buildings around us had gotten taller, and the people... Actually, there wasn't a soul in sight. This is me. We pulled up to a high-rise with a titanium gate etched with lions. Hey, Athena, open gate. The lights on her suit pulsed and the gate creaked open. What's with the lions? Oh, look at this. I just got a message from Yancy. Thank you at least for going home and not to your aunt's or God knows where. We'll talk in the morning. In the meantime, think about your political opinions. You'll be more persuasive using reasoned arguments rather than obscene outbursts. What bullshit. That's so horrible. Sorry. I mean, also continued surveillance theme, but, like, you know, having a controlling parent is hard enough, but, like, literally having, like, a fucking recording device on you so that your parent can, like, see and hear everything that you're doing all the time and comment on it whenever they want, and that's, like, another level. That really is, like, another level of horrible. What bullshit. Yeah, it is bullshit, man. It's bullshit, right? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Stay angry, Gideon. I mean, I don't want to say well-behaved women rarely make history, because that is cringe vibes. That is liberal white feminist vibes. It's cringy. I'm not saying it. But, Anger is the only thing they're really afraid of. They want you to be polite because anger is the only thing they're really afraid of. Right on! I knew you'd get it. It's so important. I'm gonna tell everyone I know to vote no to Sophie's Law this week. I do... You know, I think that I do believe that. Like, I've been talking, like... Well, not as much recently, but, like, I had been talking quite a bit, like, with my therapist and, like, with certain friends in my life, like, a while ago, like, probably, like, a few months ago, about anger and about how, you know, for me personally, and I think for, like, a couple of my friends, like, anger is something that I really struggle with, and I think that, like, you know, there's a lot of reasons why people can really, you know, struggle with expressing anger, and for me, like, it's scary. Like, I don't want to be, you know, aggressive or violent or anything, and, you know, because of trauma reasons, like, I think I associate anger with those things, but, you know, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, like, and I was talking to people about it, and, like, anger can be an incredibly useful emotion. Like, anger, like, it is a useful emotion, because, like, anger is how you feel when you feel wronged, when you feel like you have experienced some kind of injustice, right? And obviously there are people in this world who are super entitled, and they get angry if they don't get anything they want, and that's because they've been, you know, they've been taught to believe, like, that they deserve everything, and that if, you know, people deny them anything, that that's an injustice to them, and that's, you know, an example of when anger is unhealthy. But, like, anger is fundamentally about when you feel like an injustice has occurred to yourself personally, or to other people, or in the world, right? And I think that that's why anger is such a powerful, and honestly, like, in a lot of ways, like, a really wonderful emotion. And I think that when you express anger to the people in your life, like, that's really important. Like, I actually think that it's such a... it's kind of like an honor, right? It's such an honor when someone openly expresses how they feel to you, and they aren't they put their trust in you. They trust you enough that when you've hurt them, when they're angry at you because you've hurt them and they feel wronged by you, that they trust you enough to tell you that, and they trust you. What they're doing is they're trusting you to understand, to take on that anger, to confront that anger, to take responsibility for making them feel that way and for hurting them. And that's a real, like, honor. That's a real show of trust, I think, in our interpersonal relationships. You know, if that anger is expressed in, like, a healthy and safe way, right? And on a wider level, we feel angry at injustice. When we feel angry at injustice, that's a good thing. That's what makes us want to fight injustice, right? That's what makes us want to fight for a better world. And that's such a wonderful thing, and that is such an important feeling, and I think that it's so important to honor those feelings in us, because that's what's going to change the world. Like, it really is. And to me, there's nothing scarier and there's nothing more chilling than people who are just apathetic about injustice, who, you know, they know that all of this horrible shit is happening in the world, that's happening to people, and they just don't care. Like, they don't feel anything. And I think that someone who isn't angry, who doesn't get angry, like, someone who doesn't get angry, that's the most chilling thing, in my opinion. So I really do kind of believe in that, and yeah, let's never underestimate the healing power of incandescent rage, says Alex in the chat, and that's, yeah, I really believe that anger is such an important emotion for us as people, like, personally, in the way we relate to each other, but also politically. So yeah. Anyway, that's me done. Maybe we could make a difference. Yeah. Stay angry. Her metal-tipped fingers danced on the door handle. I just gotta say, I don't get to talk to many people who treat me like a person. And not a kid. It seemed like she was gonna say something else, but she just shifted in her suit. Then, in a flash, she was out the door. As I watched her near the arched double doors, I got the awful sense that the suit was doing the walking, not her. Ugh. That's disturbing. That's really disturbing. Poor girl. I'm yellow now. That's good. I waited to make sure that she got inside okay, as if anything could hurt her. She looked back at me before the gate slammed shut. At least, I think she did. It happened so quickly. Oh, that poor girl. Yeah, I mean, the way that I feel about that interaction is definitely, like, it was really good, and I really liked her, and I thought she was a great character, but, like, that, you know, when she got defensive about stuff, like, that, you know, that was upsetting, and, so, I mean, for people who, like, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, they've probably already seen me raving about this, but I watched this show on Amazon Prime last weekend called Little Fires Everywhere, and it was amazing, and I really think everyone should watch it. It's so good. It's just a really powerful meditation on, like, gender, race, class, and family, and it's just amazing. But there's this one part in it where, like a character who I really love, who's, like, a young white queer girl, like, she, you know, does something and is, like, trying to make a statement and stuff, and this other character who's, like, an older woman, she's a black queer mother, she kind of says, oh, well, I thought that this aspect of what you did was problematic. And the girl was a bit like, oh, like, she reacts in a defensive way. And then the woman is like, no, you don't get to challenge people and not expect to be challenged back. And I just thought that that was really, like, powerful, and that really, like, it's really on the money. Because I think that's how you gotta be with people, you know? Okay, that's how we're gonna change the world, to relate to each other in more productive ways and challenge each other to grow. And I really believe that. Gideon DeKalb gave you 5 stars. So patronizing? ? I really wasn't trying to be patronizing. I was trying to be the exact opposite. So I'm sorry if I came across as patronizing. I was really trying to treat her as like an equal. LOL, awesome. She's a great driver and so interesting to talk to. Really gets it. Oh, well. Oh, show us a cat. I will show you a cat. I'm gonna be right back. It's a baby. It's a little chickpea. Hi. Long time no see, Game Assist community. It's me, Chickpea. Here with my mom. Saying hi to all my fans. Oh, little baby. My, after this surgery, like, my boobs are still, like, quite swollen, but it's getting a little bit better, so I can kind of hold her like this, and it's, you know, manageable now. Please put me, oh, look at that belly, look at your belly. I don't know if you could see your belly. Looking at the camera. Thank you, Chickpea. I'm gonna put you down now. Thank you for your service. Ah. Good little baby. The baby. I would like to see the baby. Okay. Oh, I'm so sniffly. I always say that, but like I am allergic to cats. Like I am allergic to cats, and I have a cat, and I 100% put my entire face in her belly, or like kiss her little head like all the time. Like I do that all the time, and I am allergic to cats. So yeah, I probably like bring this on myself like on a regular basis. So. And then I'm like, why am I sniffly? Like, why is that happening? Alright. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that y'all love listening to me talk. Because I sure do love to stream playing video games and talking a lot. Alright. Yeah! My rating stayed perfect. Got 574. Now in Liberty Heights. Still only night 1. I wonder how many nights there are. As I turned the corner, I slowed the car. A throng of people had gathered in the street. They surrounded an empty Capra car in a messy circle. They were yelling, barking things at each other and at the car. A few were taking swings at it with chains and socket wrenches. Ooh. The autocar made a dozen tiny rapid-fire turns, trying to free itself from the circle. I thought of a moth trapped between window panes. Then another sound. Was that my back door? Oh, hello. What the hell? I need to get out of here. I need you to go. I'll pay. What the? Listen, I'll explain, but we need to go. You're a neocab, right? You drive people. We need to go. I can't be here. Your feel-good state colors your choices, sometimes adding new options and sometimes disabling them. Okay, I feel like it's valid in this situation to say like, what the hell are you doing in my car? Because that is a stranger, like, and that is really scary, and I don't know, that's like a lot. I don't want to tell them to calm down because I don't know what's happening, but I also don't want to act like nothing's happening, so I think I am gonna go with the red one. What the hell are you doing in my car? You want to ride, you go through Neocab. You don't just open my door without asking. Look, I'm sorry, seriously, but that's my fucking bike under the wheels of that Capra, okay? I nearly died, and if we don't get out of here now, the cops will be here and my life will actually be over. Okay, I can explain everything, but first you need to put some distance in between us and that mob. Okay, yeah, sure. Now that I have, you know, a bit of an explanation from this person. Okay, we're getting out of here, and then you're explaining everything. I clenched my hands on the wheel. No way I was letting anything slide right now. Ah, shit. Ah, shit! I fucked it, guys. I fucked it! Fuck. Heat flared into my face. I was sick and tired of being pushed around. Ah! I fucked it. I want to help them. Ah! I don't know how I feel about this, because I don't feel like emotions are like this simple. Like, anyway, I only have one choice, which is really annoying and upsetting to me, but here we go. You know what? No. If the cops are coming, that's your issue. Oh, I'm so annoyed. And stop telling me what to do from the backseat of my own car. I let the silence and the tension fill the space. The Pax looked so scared, the mob outside was getting worse, and did I really want to deal with the LOPD right now? Hey, you've got panic eyes, I see you. Do you see me? I can usually get a read on a person the first time I see their face. Savvy called it my truth download, not like she ever listened when it was about someone she wanted to date. Ha ha! But I needed to be calm to hear that little voice inside my head, and this Pax had me all riled up. I met their eyes in the rear view mirror. And it worked. It was as clear as if they were saying it out loud. I knew they were sorry, they were safe, and they were just trying to survive. Okay, maybe I don't feel 100% horrible about it now, because I thought that meant that I wasn't going to be able to help them. Because I think it's really 100% like, okay, that like a stranger gets in your car, you're like, what the fuck? Like, you're anxious, you're like scared, you're angry, like, you know, you feel unsafe, and like to express that is fine, but to then be like, okay, now you've told me the situation and I'm deciding to help you, is how I wanted to deal with that. And I was a bit worried that because I had chosen to express my anger, I then wouldn't be able to, you know, move on from that, because, yeah. So, okay. Like me. You're the sort of person who feels things really intensely, right? Well, this is an intense situation. Please take 1 second to see me asking you for help, and drive. I held their gaze. I felt the fear evaporate. My pulse slowed. There we go. They trailed off as they watched my feel grid crash from angry red into a chill green. It seemed to calm them down too. You're wearing one of those feel things, and it looks like we're cool. Choose your words and Pax carefully to shift your mood in a new direction and change your story. Damn, this is really interesting, guys. We're cool. That's good, because me and the LOPD are not. Floor it. I got us out of there in the nick of time, just as the squad cars rolled up and the bike punks scrambled into the night. What's your name? I'm Azul. Ow, why does adrenaline ever have to wear off? This shit hurts, dude. I don't know about the pain, but well, I guess it depends on like what specifically they're talking about, but I have had adrenaline shots because I have a severe nut allergy, and an EpiPen has adrenaline in it, but like quite a small amount. When you call the ambulance, and obviously like I'm in the UK, so calling the ambulance doesn't cost anything. When you call the ambulance, they give you another adrenaline shot, or sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's different because I've had like a few anaphylactic episodes, but I've had a couple of times where I didn't have an EpiPen on me and they definitely like gave me like a really intense adrenaline shot. And when the adrenaline wears off, your entire body is just like so weak and so drained, like it's insane. Like, and there's just there's nothing in life that I have experienced that's made me as like tired and as drained as that. Like, it has such an enormous effect on your body that like when I've come back from the hospital after all of that adrenaline and the crash from the adrenaline wearing off, I've just slept for an entire day, like just a whole day, because it like affects your body that much. It's really intense. I'm Lina. Where are we going? Take me. Shit. I need to get to work. I work at this club in Luz Rouge. It's not too far. I'm shit out. Yeah, they might have been administered adrenaline to deal with. I don't actually know, because the reason why you get an adrenaline shot when you have an allergic reaction is to like get your body to fight and remove the allergen. I don't really know if it's used in contexts where you have a like an injury or some, I don't know. Are you okay? I'm bleeding. Okay, yeah, they're implying that they've used adrenaline as a painkiller. Maybe that's a thing, I'm not 100% sure. Oh no, can I help? Can you give me stitches and antibiotics? No, is it that bad? No, forget it, I'm just rattled. Thanks for asking. And don't worry, I won't mess up your car. That was thoughtful. NeoCab is supposed to cover cleaning costs for things like that. This person is nice. I like them. But once they do, there's always a mysterious operation surcharge that'll pop in your paycheck a few days later. I got hit by a Capra. I was on my bike. Ah, now that's interesting. So I was thinking about this when we were having the conversation with Gideon about like car accidents and how like some of the lobbying against NeoCab and like Capra lobbying against NeoCab and trying to get their auto cars like be the standard and like get rid of human drivers, and their whole thing being like, oh, like car accidents happen because of like human error. I was like, okay, human error is a thing, car accidents happen, but machine error is also a thing. Machine error is also a thing, and humans are still going to put themselves into situations where they could get hit by a car, right? So car accidents would still happen, right? Surely. So it's interesting that now we're seeing, like, this person has been hit by a car. Well, I don't know if it was intentional or an accident, but it's interesting. It came out of nowhere, sideswiped me, and then just kept driving. Yeah, so that might have been intentional, but who knows? We'll find out. Right over my fucking bike. Did you get the plate number? Shit, no, I didn't. Don't bother going back though, forget it. All those people just showed up? No, I called a Radix swarm. What's a Radix swarm? You know who Radix is, right? No, I do not. No clue. We're activists. We stand up against corporate entities like Capra. Icon. Radix is all about direct action! Ugh. To change the city for the people! Good shit. Getting rid of cars, that's just the seed. What grows from that are safer streets, public transit that works, a big chunk bitten out of the luxury market. Most people just see us as punks on bikes, but most people are blind. Okay, I mean, you don't have to put it that way. The blindness metaphor thing, but I get what you mean. Can I join? You're asking me that from behind the wheel, so fuck no. It's about building our own community. If you're a member of Radix and you're in trouble, like if you get hit by a fucking Capra, you send up a flare on the app to call a Radix swarm. It alerts the other members, shows them where you are, tells them you need help. Radix has an app? All I could feel were good vibes. Ah. What? Why can't I ask that? Ugh. What? Okay, fine. So that was help? Doesn't seem like it did much for you if you're here with me. It got crazy. I don't know. I didn't expect that. Is it your first time calling a swarm? Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. It's not supposed to be like that. What's it supposed to be like? I don't know. I thought they'd save me, but it was like they just showed up to fuck up the Capra car. That sucks. Nobody tried to get my bike or whatever. One dude helped me up, but like the second I said I was okay, I didn't matter anymore. Oh, that's shit, dude. Near cop to the rescue. Ugh. That makes it even worse. You do realize you got into my car, right? Why do you say that? Because it's still a fucking car. You're still putting people at risk every day. I'm sorry, but public transport does that too. I don't know why you're acting like the evil is cars. Cars are not the evil thing. Right? Like, it's really weird. It's weird. And, like, what's her name? The friend. I forgot what the friend's name was. It's like Susie or something. I don't know. The friend also said something about being anti-car, and it's like, cars are not the problem. Capitalism is the problem. Like, okay, yes, cars are death machines. You can kill people in a car. You could also kill people with a train or a tram or a bus. That's That's just how that is. I think that the issues are more around, like, capitalism, like, jobs, the gig economy, you know, obviously, like, precarious work and stuff, like, with apps like Uber, and also, environmental impact. Obviously, like, more cars create more, carbon, and carbon equivalent emissions, but a lot of people have cars for, you know, reasons that are related to their class position or like where they live or whatever. Like in America, it's easier to have a car to drive everywhere because public transport is bad, and because the distances are so long, or some people need a car because they have a family, and electric cars are not affordable. So the problems are not the cars. Like, the problems are not the cars. The problem is capitalism, right? So the whole thing is just a bit bizarre to me. But I mean, I guess that it's not, like, uncommon for people to completely miss the point. Anyway. Plus, I shouldn't be riding around in a death machine in front of a bunch of Radix folks. Death machine. I want to say it. I want to see what happens. Death machine. Come on. Ugh, for fuck's sake. I'll let it slide. Life's too short. You were injured. Do you think they saw me get in? Oh, definitely. Seriously? I don't even know how to deal with this conversation. I don't know how to deal with this. I guess I don't know. Part of me kind of wants to keep pushing. Just kidding. You're good. I think twice is maybe too much. It's not fucking funny. It's kind of funny because you're kind of completely missing the point. But whatever. I could feel their fear still wound tight as a drum. What a fucking night. An interesting thing about that the spectrum of human emotion is that I think that when your emotion is like at the most intense, like it's on the outer wheel, that's when you can't really like say a different thing. But I also think that, like, isn't that interesting? Because is it possibly like a little bit binary or a little bit reductive to imply that your emotional state is 100% responsible for what you can or cannot say in a situation, that it like limits your choice? Because I think that like you, depending on how you're feeling, like you do have a choice in that situation, because you know, one factor is that your emotions can change quite rapidly. So, you know, you could be feeling chilled out and then someone can say something or something can happen and then you feel differently. You feel like angry, you feel agitated. And then there's also the fact that like you can be feeling something, but then you can make decisions. You can actively make decisions that might change how you feel. So I might be feeling angry or agitated, but like not expressing that might make me actually feel more angry because I'm like bottling it up, and then expressing it might make me feel less angry, or I might be angry or agitated and someone might like calm me down by something that they say, Or I might be agitated because I'm in an unsafe situation, and then I'm in a safe situation, or I put myself in a safe situation, and the way that I feel changes. So I think that there's something to be said for the fact that you can consciously make decisions that impact the way that you feel, and that it might be a bit reductive to imply that if you're feeling something really intensely, that you have no control over what you say or how you act, because I understand that there's, if you feel something really intensely, then you are likely to behave in a certain way, right? But I think that to imply that you have no control over that is maybe like a little bit reductive. It's an interesting mechanic, but I do kind of want to put that out there. Well, I would be interested to hear what other folks think about that. My leg's killing me, my bike's gone. They're probably going to ask me to leave Radix. Would that be a bad thing? Yes, it would be a bad thing. I just mean because they didn't help you. They don't sound like they take care of their own. Whatever. Look, where I'm going, I don't want them to see me get out of your car. It's a bit rich to, like, ask for my help and then be like this about it, but whatever. It's also a very interesting plotline because of, like, performative activism that doesn't actually center, like, an interpersonal, like, practice of community care or mutual aid. Because you see that kind of shit all the time, don't you? Like, with a lot of activist groups, and that really fucking sucks. But if we don't, like, have and center, like, always trying to practice, like, collective care, mutual aid, and transformative justice on an interpersonal basis within our activist groups and our activist communities and our communities in general, then what are we doing, right? Because that's the point of all of this, right? Like, the point of fighting for a better world is improving the way that we relate to ourselves and each other, and the way that we care and live. Like, that's the point. And if we can't do that and be actively putting that into practice on an interpersonal level, then literally, like, what are we doing? Because if you just focus on the big picture stuff and you don't try and implement that in your, like, communities and in your relationships and in your everyday life, then, if it were possible to be that way and to do all of this activism and then to overthrow the government or whoever and build a new world, like, what kind of world would it be? Because we never took the time to reshape how we live and how we care. And if we never take the time to do that, then the world that we would create would just be capitalism by another name. So I think that this is a really interesting plotline, because I think that really brings that discussion to the foreground. So can you drop me, like, corner of Guadalupe and Sanders? I'll walk the rest of the way. On that leg, it's just a scrape. I'm fine. It's just a flesh wound. You sure you don't want to see someone about it? Maybe there's a free clinic nearby? In this town? Yeah, sure. They lean to look out the window. Okay, here's good. Maybe just pull into the alley. The whole block looked pretty deserted, but I still slipped into the shadows. Whatever would put their mind at ease. You don't, like, record this, right? That's the neocab deal. That's interesting. Right, no camera, nothing on the app. You were never here, is all. Okay. Well, how much do I owe you? I am gonna ask for money because this is my job, and I should be compensated for it fairly. Like, I don't think that I should just act like this was a favor, because, like, this is her job. Like, this is how she survives. So I think it's fair to ask for the fare. amount of money. 10 coins should cover it. Yeah, fair price, I guess. Here you go. Thanks. Listen, thanks for not kicking me out of your car. I appreciate it. But, like, what you saw, no worries. I'll keep it quiet. Thanks. Shit, wait. I didn't get your name. Lina. Cool. Thanks, Lina. I'm Azul. I said that, right? You did, and you're welcome. Have a good night. Azul stepped out of the car, stumbling a bit like they couldn't put too much weight on their knee. Without so much as a look back, though, they shook it off and limped into the alley. Also, non-binary icon. It was well after midnight and I'd met my ride quota. I checked my feel grid. Green. On most nights, I'd call it quits about now, or maybe even push on for one last ride if I had it in me. But until I heard from Savvy, I had nowhere to go. When was she gonna text me back? Yeah, I think it's such a dick move that her friend, like, was like, oh yeah, you've just moved into this town and you're exhausted from moving and from all the driving and from working on the day that you're moving. But instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, you can come home, we'll get you settled in, you can get some rest, and all of that, or even like, oh, I'm gonna go do this thing, but here are some keys so that you can go home and rest even if I'm not home yet. Like, not even that. Like, I think that that is such a dick move. Like, that is such bullshit that she's just pulled. I think that that's really shitty. Okay. So, let's check our journal. Nothing new in our journal. Check our feel grid. You're in the green. You may be feeling sympathy, tranquility, or relaxation. In the green, both stress and energy levels are dropping in a positive way. You will likely be more patient and able to think through difficult decisions and more introspective. You may also feel less interested in meeting new people and crave comfort such as warmth and familiar foods. Keep your energy from becoming lethargic by engaging your mind. What does that mean? Cash is looking good, but we need fuel. So let's have a look. Yeah, I don't think that we can't make another ride until we get some fuel, so I'm gonna drive to that power station. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, I could do that. Yeah, let's go. Let's go to that power station. Yikes, a little low, when I didn't know when I'd be able to charge up again. It would cost me 132 per bar. A little steep, but here I was. I'll get 2 bars again. I pulled away from the station. Alright, let's go pick someone up. So who are our options? We've got Klaus. We've got, oh, Neocab Prime. I wonder what that is. Nourish me, all ye in pain. I gather my strength to rise again. The book of Metopian. Okay, but strategic, intelligent. Here there be opinions, engage at risk. I don't know how I feel about that. These 2 white guys are like, seem like they would be a nightmare. But Neocab Prime, I'm kind of interested in knowing what that would be about. But also this Agnon person seems kind of mysterious, so I'm interested in that. So we're gonna do one more ride and probably then go back to what's her face. and finish the night. Let's do this. Aganon, 3 stars. Nourish me, all ye in pain. I gather my strength to rise once again. The Book of Metawopian. Never heard of that before. I wonder if that's real. Let's go! Oh my god. Okay. A ghost just got into my car. The Pax's eyes were dim as he dropped into the back seat. He looked... like the goth phase Savvy and I went through. I still kind of missed the eyeliner. Yeah, eyeliner is the fucking best. Never grow out of eyeliner. He was headed to the 5th Street subway station. Could that be right? If anything, personally, I have grown into eyeliner. Hey, why don't I just take you directly to where you're going? Aganon only sighed. I pulled into traffic and left him to his mood. I had my own things to stew about. I should have been with Savvy by now, drinking to my new life in Los Ojos. A nice, spicy margarita, made by a robot probably. Instead, she'd left me to drive the graveyard shift with a sad, silent Pax. I mean, as the person who much prefers to be completely silent during a cab ride, I don't know, man. It felt like Savvy was blowing me off for the 1000th time. Yeah, I kind of want to pick that one because, like, I do feel annoyed about it. Like, I don't have the context to know if it's, like, the 1000th time or whatever, but I am annoyed about it, and it isn't fair. Like, she has not treated Lina well, so I'm gonna go with that one. It felt like Savvy was blowing me off for the 1000th time. She'd flaked a million times before, but the night I was supposed to move in with her, that was a lot, even for Savvy. Aganon found my eyes in the rearview mirror. He pulled his lips into a tight, joyless smile. Oh, I'm sad now. Lina, right? That's me. Lina, you look about as bad as I feel. It's been a rough night. Oh, I'd say it's been more than a night. I mean, you're right, but I know that the one at the bottom that was like, it's been a rough life, would have just pulled me further into the depression, and I just do not want to go there. Glad to know I'm not alone. Oh, definitely not. Life is pain. Pain is life. It's the only constant I find. Mind if I ask what's got you down? Everything and nothing. The tiniest slights, the most cosmic horrors. I'd heard a lot of sad stories inside this car and told a few of them myself, too. Something told me this one was going to be a little new. Well, the first two are fucking annoying. Like, well, this too shall pass and whatever it is, it's not the end of the world. Like, obviously not what you want to fucking hear when you're really sad. And I also think that sometimes sharing a feeling whatever that might be, like sadness, anger, whatever, with someone else can be good. I mean, it can you know, be kind of unhealthy and kind of toxic sometimes maybe, but I think that sharing an emotion with someone else can be a good thing depending on kind of like how you behave. And it can feel good and it can be healthy. So I guess it really depends on like how you are sharing the emotion. I think that there are different ways to share an emotion with someone. But yeah, I guess like sharing sadness with someone and like feeling the sadness and sharing the sadness is not the same thing as like, I don't know, like being in a depression and then being with someone else and then kind of enabling each other and pulling each other further and further down into the depression and enabling like bad habits and stuff. Like I think that those are two like different things. I think it's perfectly possible and good to be able to share sadness with someone in a healthy way. So being in a bad mood together feels kind of good, doesn't it? It does. He was quiet, but I could almost feel him forming something to say. It was intense. You seem like... He wrung his long fingers in his lap. May I tell you about something very important to me? Yeah, of course. Sure, what is it? Agamemnon's voice dropped deeper, like he was speaking from inside a cave. You carry me now on my nightly quest to seek the pain worm. It is called Metawopian, the dark leviathan that roils beneath Los Ojos, feasting. We nourish it, you see, you and I and millions like us, and soon... That did escalate quickly, but I'm just going with the flow. I'm just rolling with it. I'm just gonna listen. Very soon, Metawopian will emerge, bellowing its cry of infinite despondence, and it will consume all of our pain. The pain worm. All of it gone. Forever. That's terrifying. Well, that's just terrifying. Well, that's... He interrupted her, which is interesting. Also, the city will be destroyed. Oh. What a time to be alive. Agamemnon made a hissing sound. I decided to leave him to his gloomy silence. It was so dark I almost missed the subway station. There was only a flickering sign over a dingy stairwell. He seemed like he was waiting for me to say something. Feel worse is not the one. I hope you feel better feels dismissive, maybe. I don't know. But I think that I will say, hey, at least we're feeling something, right? Because I think it is good to feel things. Like I said earlier, I think that the scariest thing of all is not feeling anything. If we didn't, the pain worm would starve. The pain worm. In his dark coat, he moved across the street like a shadow and disappeared into the subway tunnel. That really wasn't what I was expecting. But okay. I wondered what kind of rituals he was going to get into down there. Still losing my shit at the pain worm. Yeah, the pain worm thing is pretty funny. Or maybe he'd just hop a train to the suburbs. I did wonder if it was going to go this way with his bio. Yeah, to be fair, like, I don't know what I was expecting, but that wasn't it. He only gave us 3 stars, which I think is fucking cop-out. I think that's really annoying. I wonder if he would have given us more stars if we had told him to wallow in his fucking sadness, but I'm not gonna do that. That's not right. And I have been making decisions based on, like, what I want to do and what I believe in, rather than, like, based on what star rating I get, so... The pain worm rises. Your rating decreased! He fucking tanked my rating! Dickhead. Ugh. Deactivation risk first. Neocab drivers should maintain a rating of 4 or higher to avoid deactivation. Fucking prick! What the fuck? I'm so angry about that. What a jerk! What did I do to deserve that? Ugh, what a dickhead. Oh, now we have a message from Savvy. So sorry. Lina, fast as you can. What the fuck? You're scaring me. Message could not be delivered. Fuck. Oh my god. What? A video of her, like, gasping and then the camera going black. I'll make my way over now. Hang tight, okay. At first I was like, gay, and now I'm like, still kind of gay, but also she kind of sucks. Savvy kind of sucks. Anyway, that's how I feel about her right now. We'll see if that changes, but... An LRPD speed trap nearly nabbed me on the way over. Too close. But I still wasn't fast enough. This was definitely it. The location of Savvy's SOS pin. It was just an empty lot in between some abandoned storefronts. I could only see as far as my headlights, but there was no trace of her. No text since so sorry either. I tried texting. No, I called out her name. There was no answer. Had I just missed her? If I'd driven here faster, would she be getting into my car right now, laughing off her crazy night? It was so dark I could barely see the broken bottles all over the ground. This wasn't a good place for anyone to wait around at night, especially alone, especially someone like Savvy. Then I saw it. Face down on the curb, her phone. I grabbed it and a chill ran on my arms. It was shattered right in the center of the hollow screen, now totally dark and cold. It looked like it had been stepped on. There was a sticker on the back, a punk-looking symbol of a wasp inside a bicycle gear. I stretched it in my journaling app and stashed her phone in my glove box. That explained the radio silence. What had happened here? Someone must have grabbed it from her. Someone who didn't want her texting me. Who would do that? If you know her at all, you know Savvy is not someone you should mess with. My feel grid went hard red. That seemed about right. I wondered what Savvy's feel grid looked like right now. What was she feeling? What was she thinking? All I could imagine was not comforting. I tried to push back my thoughts and focus on what I could do right now. I remembered what Azul had told me about Radix, no cops. My body felt crazy, like I was buzzing with nerves, but at the same time could barely keep a thought in my head. I had nowhere to go, and no one to help talk things out. all I could do was try to get some sleep. My only option was Crasher to find a cheap motel or a spare room somewhere, anywhere but a Capra capsule if I could afford it. I closed out my neocab shift. At least I'd hit my quota before my world turned upside down. Damn. I'm still so fucking mad at Aganon. What a jerk. Okay, where am I going? I probably want to keep it relatively cheap. What is that? Capra capsule? No, I don't want to. Capra capsule. That's what that means. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Motel for 18. That seems reasonable. So I think what I'll do is I'll charge up, and then I'll go to that motel. The cheapest one. Yeah, it's a little low when I didn't know when I'd be able to charge up again. The asking price was $132 a bar, a little steep, but here I was. I'll get a full charge for $4.91. And I will go. Vacancies in a relaxed lodging with hot tub parking and continental breakfast. For only 18 credits? Like, how is it that cheap? Luisa's home. What's Luisa's home? I can offer you a green tea, no judgment. Mattress tonight. Yeah, no, I'll, why is that? And this one's super expensive. What is it? The Babylon. Crasher. So I guess, like, it's interesting how the gig economy plays into this game as a whole, because it's not just the Uber style, like, neocab thing. It's also like an accommodation thing, like Airbnb. Okay. Yeah, let's go to Motel Azteca. Vacancies at the landmark Motel Azteca, relaxed lodging with hot tub parking, continental breakfast. Let's go. I kind of still can't believe that that we're in this situation. I wasn't sure how much sleep I'd get, even though I was exhausted. My mind was racing with worries about Savvy. But when my head hit the pillow at the Azteca, I went somewhere else. I mean, you know, this whole thing is, you know, a bit racist and a bit cringy, but we're gonna ignore that for now, because we don't have that much money, and it was our best option, and we didn't want to give money to Capra. So you gotta do what you gotta do. I was back in Cactus Flats in a room where I'd used to live, floating above all these things I'd own, all these beautiful little things. Rows and rows of little things, pine cones and seashells. I remembered where I'd gotten each one of them, and the joy I felt was so warm, like light inside of my whole body. I was so happy to be home. I kept floating, and then I wasn't in my nice room anymore, and there wasn't anything in the room, and I couldn't breathe. I went for the door, and it didn't open. I screamed, and I screamed, and screamed until all the air was gone, and I knew I was dying. Then I woke up. The as-advertised 24/7 breakfast was okay, but there were pine cones placed around the trays for decoration. I knew it had to have been a coincidence. Of course it was. But the effort to ignore the thoughts that maybe it wasn't just a coincidence, that maybe the hotel was some kind of portal between the dream world and the real world, but then that would mean all I could summon were pine cones. It all just kind of killed my appetite. It's a lot. Back to work. Night 2. Okay, pals. I think I might call it call it quits there. Night 1 done. And pick up for night 2 next time. But I'll just read this real quick just in case. The memory of what had just happened last night was a shadow over everything around me. The desperate text, savvy smashed phone. I tried to quiet my mind and just feel into my body for a second. Alright. How do I save? Oh, that looks like it's saved just now. So I should be good. Oh, and it's like saved for each ride, I guess. Which is interesting. Okay, oh, and it says the person, and then it says, like, what my driver rating was and stuff. I still can't fucking believe that this motherfucker fucked up my rating. I'm so mad about it. But okay, alright. I had so much fun. This game is really good. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. Thank you for having great conversations with me as always and keeping me company and just having a chill, nice time. It was just a really nice time, and it was a really great stream for my first stream back. My first stream of 2022. I haven't streamed in a couple of months, and this was just really nice. I really want to finish this game. I think that I saw online that it's like 10 hours, so I can probably do it like in 2 or 3 more streams, but I really like it. Thank you so much again for a lovely stream, and good night, everyone.
Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. If you aren't already, remember to subscribe and hit that bell button to know when we upload next.
On screen, you can find this whole playlist for this Let's Play, and you can find a link to our latest video essay. If you like what you see, consider supporting us on Patreon. The link to our Patreon is in the description of every video.
Thanks again so much for watching, and until next time, take care.